Okay, so we're back. I have again the federal indictment of the United States of America versus Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, Daryl McDavid, and Milton Brown, also known as June Brown. So, in the previous sections of the videos or the previous videos, we went over the actual statutes, the federal statutes that R. Kelly is accused of violating. This video and the next couple of videos will be about the actual indictment that was filed. Okay, so I do need to warn you up front, it is kind of dry. This is probably going to be for the audience who wants to know more about the nitty gritty details of what was filed in federal court in Illinois. Again, there is a federal indictment for Illinois and there's one for New York. So this one is going to be for Illinois. So if you want to know the details, the nitty gritty details, stay tuned. If you just kind of want a summary, then you may want to check out some of my other videos. I think I did a video which is just called an analysis of the federal indictment in Illinois against R. Kelly, and then the other video may be called 6 Reasons Why It's Over for R. Kelly. And in those videos, I kind of try to sum up everything that's actually in here. But at any rate, without further ado, let's get through this. And I need to also warn you that there is some repetition of the claims, right? It's going to sound repetitious. The wording is going to be a little repetitious, but bear with it. And basically, we're going to get through these, and then I'll give my opinion and my legal analysis in videos. Okay. Anyway, let's get through it. So, count one. The special May 2019 grand jury charges in or around 1998 or 1999 at Chicago in Northern District of Illinois, Eastern Division. Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, defendant herein, did knowingly employ, use, persuade, induce, entice, and coerce a minor, namely minor one, to engage in sexual explicit conduct for the purpose of producing visual depiction of such conduct, namely video one, and the defendant knew or had reason to know that such visual depiction would be transported interstate or foreign commerce or mail. Such visual depiction was actually transported in interstate or foreign commerce or mail, right? In violation of Title 18 United States Code 2251A. And again, I've already read that statute, so if you want more details and you're just starting watching these videos, you need to go back a couple of videos where I actually read all these statutes. But basically, this is probably going to be the statute which I call, if I remember correctly, it's going to be the statute involving the production and mailing of child pornography, right? So they didn't identify the person's name, who is the victim, in this case, minor one, and they labeled the video that he made with that person, or allegedly made with that person, video one. And again, everything in these videos is alleged. I'm not a lawyer. I didn't go to law school. I'm just some guy on the internet reading the indictment to you. So everything in these videos are alleged. All right, so count two, special May 2019 grand jury further charges between approximately September 26, 1999 and September 25th, 1999 at Chicago in Northern District of Illinois, Eastern Division. Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, defendant herein did knowingly employ, use, persuade, induce, entice, and coerce a minor, namely minor one, to engage in sexual explicit conduct for the purpose of visual depiction of such conduct, namely video two. And the defendant knew or had reason to know that such visual depiction would be transported interstate or foreign commerce or mail, or such visual depiction was actually transported in interstate or foreign commerce or mail in violation of Title 18 United States Code Section 2251A. So as you can see, minor one has two videos. She has video one and video two. Okay, so next count, the special May 2019 grand jury further charges between approximately September 26, 1998 and September 25th, 1999 at Chicago in the Northern District of Illinois, Eastern Division. Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, defendant herein, did knowingly employ, use, persuade, induce, entice, and coerce a minor, namely minor one, to engage in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing visual depiction of such conduct, namely video 3, and the defendant knew or had reason to know that such visual depiction would be transported in interstate or foreign commerce or mail, or such visual depiction was actually transported in interstate or foreign commerce or mail, in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 2251A. So minor one is in 3 videos so far, moving right along. Count 4, special May 2019 grand jury further let charges in around 1998 at Chicago in Northern District of Illinois Eastern Division. Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, defendant herein did knowingly employ, use, persuade, induce, entice, and coerce a minor, namely minor one, to engage in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing a visual depiction of such conduct, namely video 4. The defendant knew or had reason to know that such visual depiction would be transported in interstate or foreign commerce or mail. Such visual depiction was actually transported in interstate or foreign commerce or mail, in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 2251A. So as you can see, minor one is actually now up to 4 videos. Moving right along. Count 5, special May 2019 grand jury further charges at times material to this indictment. Defendant Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, was a resident in Chicago, Illinois, and was a Grammy Award-winning recording artist and record producer. Kelly was the president and manager of several businesses, each located in Chicago in Northern District of Illinois, that he maintained in furtherance of his music career, including but not limited to Bass Productions, Ltd., and RSK Enterprise, LLC, the Kelly business. From in and around June 1991 until in or around January 2014, Kelly and or one or more of Kelly business employed defendant Daryl McDavid as business manager. McDavid was a principal at Winkle and McDavid Ltd., located in Oak Park, Illinois. As a manager for Kelly, McDavid was involved in providing services to Kelly, which services were in part intended to protect Kelly's image, reputation, and assets in the face of the actual and potential criminal and civil actions involving individuals who were victims of sexual misconduct by Kelly. From at least approximately 1997 to at least approximately June 2018, Milton Brown, also known as June Brown, was employed by Kelly and or one or more of Kelly businesses. One second here. Minor one met Kelly in around 1996 and 1997, when minor one was approximately 12 to 13 years old. So this is where you start to get more detail. We've gotten the age of minor one, and we also gotten more information about the businesses that are involved in this indictment, namely Bass Productions Ltd. and RSK Enterprise LLC, also known as the Kelly business. And we also found that he had 2 people who were allegedly working with him or were associated with him. One being McDavid, basically, and his company was he was a principal at Winkle McDavid Ltd. He was a manager there. And then there's also June Brown, who was basically employed directly through one of R. Kelly's businesses. So we also know that he met minor one from in between 1996 and 1997, and we're just going to continue to read on. Minor two met Kelly in around 1997, when minor two was approximately 17 years old. Minor three met R. Kelly in and around 1996, when minor three was approximately 15 years old. And minor four met Kelly in around 1999, when minor 4 was approximately 16 years old. Minor 5 met Kelly in around 1997, when minor 5 was approximately 13 to 14-year-old. Kelly was born in 1967. Right, so just backtracking a little bit, looking at more details. So it looks like there's a total of 5 minors involved, right? One minor was between 12 and 13, minor 1. The second minor was 17 years old, and in which technically, I'm not sure if this is going to qualify in the Illinois statute in terms of age of consent, age. the age that a person could be to consent to have sex. I think 17 qualifies. I think I actually made other videos which you can have a look at, which would verify that. Moving on, so we have one minor 12 to 13, one minor 17-year-old, and one minor 15 years old, and another 16, and another 14, a total of 5 minors. So Kelly was born in 1967. Kelly engaged in sexual contact and sexual acts as those terms are defined in Title 18, United States Code Section 2246, with a minor 1 and minor 2, 3, 4, and minor 5 when they were each under the age of 18. So apparently 18 is the cutoff, which I'm actually confused about because I do remember reading an Illinois statute that basically said the age of consent was 17. But no, we're just going to keep going here. We're not going to double back to check that. Between in around 1998 and around 2002, Kelly recorded himself on video engaging in sexual contact with sexual acts with minors, including minor 1, 2, 4, and minor 5. Right? Video 1, 2, 3, and 4 depicted Kelly engaging in sexual contact and sexual acts with minor 1 when minor 1 was under the age of 18. In approximately April 2000, Illinois Department of Children and Family Services began to investigate whether Kelly was sexually abusing minor 1. On or about June 5th, 2002, a grand jury of the Circuit Court of Cook County, Illinois, returned an indictment charging Kelly in the case of People of the State of Illinois versus Robert Kelly, 02 CR 14952, Cook County case, with 21 counts of child pornography relating to video 1 and minor 1. The case was tried to a jury beginning May 20th, 2008, and on June 13th, 2008. Kelly was acquitted of the charges beginning in approximately 2000 and continued to the date of the return of this indictment at Chicago, the Northern District of Illinois, and elsewhere. Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, and Daryl McDavid, defendants herein did knowingly conspire with each other. So this is where we get into the conspiracy charge for the statute, which I've already read. Individual A and others known and unknown to the grand jury. So there's actually people involved in this that they didn't mention in the indictment because they don't know who they are. But I guess as time goes on, they're going to kind of locate and find out who those people are, or find out who they are and then locate them. Let me just start over. Defendants herein did knowingly conspire with each other, individual A and others known and unknown to the grand jurors, to commit an offense against the United States, namely to knowingly alter, destroy, mutilate, conceal, cover up, falsify, and make false entry in a record, document, and tangible object, with the intent to impede, obstruct, and influence the investigation and proper administration of any matter within the jurisdiction of any department or agency of the United States, and in relation to the contemplation of such matters or case in violation of Title 18, United States Code 1519. So that is one of the statutes that they didn't mention in the heading. We did not cover this statute. I am going to mark this, and maybe I'll go back and cover this statute before I do my final analysis. We'll see. It was part of the conspiracy that Kelly, McDavid, and others knew of Kelly's sexual contact and sexual acts with minors, and knew Kelly recording himself engaging in sexual contact and sexual acts with minors on videotape. It was further part of the conspiracy that in 2001, Kelly and McDavid learned that multiple videos depicting Kelly engaged in sexual contact and sexual acts with minor were missing from Kelly's collection of such videos. It was further part of the conspiracy that in order to conceal and cover up the existence of such videos from investigators, Kelly McDavid and others agreed, Kelly and McDavid, or Kelly, Pauls, McDavid, and others agreed to collect the missing videos that depicted Kelly engaging in sexual contact and sexual acts with minors. It was further part of the conspiracy that Kelly, McDavid, and others agreed to pay money and caused money to be paid on Kelly's behalf to victims, witnesses, and others to ensure that they would not cooperate with law enforcement and would conceal and cover up evidence, including videos relating to Kelly's sexual contact and sexual acts with minors, such as the following. Between approximately 2001 and approximately 2009, Kelly, McDavid, Individual A, who is Individual A, and others caused Individual B to be paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for obtaining and returning multiple videos that they knew depicted Kelly engaging in sexual contact and sexual acts with minors. So I am going to stop this video right here. It's getting too long. So basically at this point, we know that there were at least 5 minors. We know that there are at least 4 videos. All 4 of those videos are starring minor 1, the victim minor 1, shall I say. And we have read some of the allegations, and we know that there is a statute which we haven't covered, Title 18, United States Code, Section 1519. Maybe I'll cover that at the end of reading this indictment. I think there's going to be some others that I may or may not cover. And we know that we've actually read some of the conspiracy that R. Kelly and McDavid, Individual A and Individual B, are being accused of. So we're going to pause it right there, and then we're going to continue on in the next video.